I'm a Jean-Claude Van Damme, there's no surrender. You didn't know money when the bally meant this trally's up. When I'm saying money, I'm not talking about Pacquiao. It's funny how the tables turn. You're not Ricky Hatton up. Tonight I have to let me put my body down. When you was hitting bags, I was still bagging up in mommy's house. You was in the Philly shell when I was getting patted down. Prison cell, swimming in my thoughts, trying not to drown. Shadow boxing in my pad, I hit the gym when I got out. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks with me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city, war with me. That's war with the 6-1. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks with me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city, war with me. That's war with the 6-1. Become your rivals, you know the hustle paid. You know you took your lemons and turn them to lemonade. I'm from money where the police are getting with. And that's a true story, that's not something you just say. Undisputed, we're the undisputed ones. We want it to be gangster, yeah, we want it to be dons. We end up in the can and I don't mean a Rubicon. I've always been a champion, I've done this on my ones. I've been running up hills, I've been banging out weights. I've been beating up the heavy bag, I'm training every day. Had to fight for these mills, had to lose a couple mates. Sacrifice after sacrifice, that's the only way. Undisputed, they thought that I could do this. I said I'd be a legend, they all thought I was deluded. The pain's deep rooted, the game's diluted. These rappers aren't gangster, they're all capping in their music. In my soul I can feel it, in my soul I can feel it. There's always been a deeper meaning, I wrestle with my demons. I wrestle with my demons. The road's always been appealing, there was holes in my sneakers. There was holes in my sneakers. I had to go and get that beat and I don't know what I'm feeling. I don't know what I'm feeling. I just know that I'm in deep. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks with me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city, war with me. That's war with the 6-1. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks with me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city, war with me. That's war with the 6-1.
All in my eyes, enemies only can see my demise. Envision my downfall, it's not in my view. I only look up, I will not be subdued. Can never submit, position is grip. The mission persists like it's built out of bricks. In the gym I commit, knocking shit out of shit. Hit equipment till I lose the feel in my fists. Precision my gift, decisions are swift. At home in the ring, it's like I live in this beat. And I'm undisputed, so undisputed. Yeah, pound for pound, 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 pound.
We've heard of sleeping with the fishes. We're about to fight with the fishes here at the Atlantis. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
About time.
Sugar.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
The wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins. Now, let's get the answers.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight. You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. Nice counter punch right up the middle. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. That counter punch caught him clean. Good counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice exchange here from both men. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. There's a counter shot. You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs. We were expecting this to maybe be a walk in the park, but this is a really even matchup.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Punch, counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They both want the knockout. Straight right just misses. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That counter shot lands. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Good counter punching. Missing with the hook. Tried to score with the uppercut. Beautiful counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. The game plan does not seem... Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter shot. Perfect counter lands. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. That hook won't score. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Catch and you know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Back at it in round 4. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They exchange punches. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Perfect counter shot. Lucky that hook didn't score. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here. Back into the fray here in round 5. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
No rest for the weary. Nice counter. Caution being thrown to the wind. threw a punch and just got countered. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
How about that time counter shot? He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. And he scores with the counter. Another scoring shot there. These punches coming from every angle. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Robinson in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you.
You're way better than that.
Let's start the 6th. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you can't think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Not a lot of defense here at all. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Those counter punches have to hurt. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
He misses with that jab. Nice counter punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
This is when you talk about...
There's the bell to start round 7. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Well done with that counter shot. Oh, what a punch. How about that time counter shot? Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Threw the uppercut, but did not score. Those punches add up. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
That was a terrible round, that was. Come on.
Round 8, and we're off again. That 1 minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Looking to land the hook. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That jab won't score. You'd like to see more jabs. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. The straight right just misses. Punch, counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That's it, a unanimous decision win.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened, a unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan, what a result.